Hey everybody, it's Shamaster back in with Opus Gaming, and I'm here today with my friend Caleb Albert, who got second place in the most recent Grand Open. That one was in Tulsa, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It was
no,
last weekend.
and I know the event being so early in the set two format. I know it was a very, very interesting event. How did you enjoy the event? You got second place, so I mean it went well for you.
It was fun. Obviously set two didn't change too much,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately. We figured that early in our testing that there just wasn't too many. Like, you can't make like a new deck. Like, green just didn't seem too viable. That's why we kind of settled back to Wurple or Axebiter, whatever you want to call it.
For sure, for sure. No, I have lots of questions about kind of the Axebiter meta and everything like that. But what we can do is I'll let you get into the deck profile for now, and then when we get to the end, we'll circle back and just kind of talk about like the meta, some of your
Yeah.
matchups and stuff like that too.
Okay, so I will start off with the zero drops.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to do 6, not 4, and not 8. 6 seemed to be a good number to do.
I like that a lot.
Uh,
Why'd you
yeah.
end up going with the less of the purple one?
Mainly because there's only 4 depths and then 1 core theft.
Mm-hmm.
I guess spoilers, but but not really. but not really.
Yeah, no, the deck's been out for a little bit, so.
Yeah. Basically we came with 2 because we definitely didn't want to do 2 white because the whole deck's basically white.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't want to be too reliant on zero drop. So 8, if you draw 2 or 3 more often, and then there's cards like Jagard, Leon,
Mm-hmm.
and like stuff that can really abuse you. So
No,
that's why we
super
decided
true.
on 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 4, and then it's kind of like the right balance, kind of.
No, I totally agree. I really like the elementals for like these more controlling and mid-rangey decks. They add a lot of depth just because you get the draw and you get the defense that you want early in the game. So nice.
Yeah, exactly. So there's that, and then I guess our attacked creatures. We did 2. I guess they're machine beasts too.
Mhm.
But, so we did 2 apiece of these guys: the Jagard and Bragomir.
What was
Um,
what was your reasoning for
yeah.
including them?
Nobody ever did Jagard, but this card is a beast.
Mhm.
This card was like, if a card's good if you don't even get its full effect and you're happy. Like, if I just play this and just bounce a card to the bottom, just one card, I'm happy. So it's a great card.
I totally agree. I like Jagard quite a bit too. I think that it's definitely underutilized for sure. There's lots of cards that you can bounce, even though it
Yeah.
only hits 2Ks and less. There's lots of cards that kind of sit in that 2K range. So
And hey, just because white aggro uses it doesn't mean I can't.
so true, so true.
Yep. And then so that card, and then Bragomir. I actually really like this card. Against white aggro, you draw it, you play it, you win if you have
Mhm.
suppression. So it just feels like it felt good. And 2 felt like the right amount, just because mirror match not very good. It's a creature. If they don't have Axebiter, you just swing.
Mhm.
Get some early damage. Other than that, it's kind of iffy. If there's not a lot of white aggro.
No, I totally agree. I really like that card just kind of versus white in general because it has white armor. But in those situations where
Yeah.
if you're setting up an Axebiter and you're not completely confident on defending with it, you can always defend with the Greg armor. So I like that decision for you a lot, for sure.
Yeah, and it's good against Red Pterosaur. I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, it's the best thing, but it's good
Hmm.
against Pterosaur. And then the star of the show.
Yeah.
There's probably not too much to talk about this guy, but
Yeah, for sure. Everybody knows everything about Axebiter at this point, for sure.
yeah, basically, it was so funny. Like, right when I saw this card, I just it felt like it kept adding more and more text.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree.
Yeah. It's
Nice.
like, oh, it's just like better and better. I like, right when I saw this card, I really wanted to play with it. It just like, I know, like, when we faced, I think you were playing Axebiter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in Ohio.
Yeah, in Ohio. I wanted to bring it. I just didn't have enough testing.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like my biggest thing, is I just stuck with Pterosaur because I just didn't have a lot of testing.
For sure.
But I love this card. It's my favorite card.
It's a crazy, crazy card. What we'll do, we will circle back to the conversation at the end, but I definitely want to know your opinions on it being like limited or banned and stuff like that. But we'll get there at the end.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Hopefully everyone can see this. Game 2. Okay. And then I'll kind of slap these a little bit together, but we can do basically this is like the Machine Beast package, like the 2 elk, the 2 I think that's what's called Aegis, and then the 4 elephants. So I mean, elephant is like my second favorite card. So like this card is just a beast. Like you just get it out, and it just does so much work.
It truly does.
Not a lot of people are doing elk actually.
Yeah, that's actually something I really want to ask you. Why were you running elk? Because we haven't seen elk really been in a white control list for a little while. So why'd you decide to bring it back?
So there's like 2 versions I was thinking of doing, either for Durham Dyna or doing a split and playing Namen City. Okay. So I play Namen City. That card is a beast. You bring it out. You bring a turn 2 elephant if you're going second against like mirror match or honestly any deck. You just win.
It's so crazy.
It's exactly.
People don't think about it.
It's so absurd.
No, that's so true. People don't think about it too much, but with Newmangard City, that's a card that really does demand removal, like Burning Force removal or whatever removal you need, because they get insane value on it the longer the game goes on, for sure.
Yep. And then let's do a special thing for Aegis. So Aegis, first I had 4. I had 4 of these. I just just to test, whatever. It was a little too much. I think this card, the right range is like round 2 to 3. It's really good in the mirror match. It can do a lot of work in a lot of matchups. I think it might. I guess one thing to change, honestly, maybe 3, just because like the format's so slow now. If there's like not that many fast decks, I mean, who cares if it costs 8?
So true.
So
no, I like
there's that.
I like Aegis quite a bit as well. I think that it's just a really unique card, but having it be Machine Beast and work with Newmangard City just brings it to a whole nother level, in my opinion.
Exactly. Like basically, I'm just gonna say Newmangard City was really not particular for me, but my playtest partner also played this deck, and like he really liked the city, and like I think I high rolled with it once, or maybe a couple times, but those just won me the game. It was just a free win.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. I like it quite a bit, for sure.
Yeah. So there's that package. And then, what else do I have? And then we have 2 Durham Dyna, and then the 2 Enterprise.
Awesome.
So, yeah. This is kind of a given. It's just really good in the mirror. It's basically just for against Dream Bomb. The only thing I'm ever scared about against this deck is if they have Dream Bomb. That's about it.
I completely agree.
So this is mainly just for the mirror, or if it's like Pterosaurus playing Dream Bomb, I have the Enterprise, and then the Durham's just for the mirror, really. And it's actually really good against purple, actually. Against purple, you just bring it out there, and then they're like, oh, if they don't have a Duke, they can't actually get past you with all the curse.
Yeah,
because your guy will keep her standing.
And so you just pay the core. No, I really like Durham Dyna as a tech into purple as well. I totally agree, and I just want to double down on what you said about Armored Dragon Ship. Armored Dragon Ship is a card that's so easy to cut when you're looking at the general meta, but the impact that Dream Bomb has on the white Axebiter deck is insane. So you just get to this point where you need to establish the Armored Dragon Ship. So I really like seeing you play 2. I actually didn't get to peek your deck list before this, so seeing that you are on 2, I think is just incredibly heads up, and I think it's just the correct way to be building these kind of white control decks.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. And honestly, if you want to, you could cut one for the people at home. But I like to. I just basically whatever I don't have to add to my side deck, I'm game for. So that's what was kind of cool about the Gregamir. I didn't have to side deck 4 or even 3. So it just gives me more side deck options. And with a deck like this, you want as many options as you can get. So that's why I like the Elk versus some situations, Elk is better than Durham. Some is vice versa,
Definitely.
So it's good to have the options. Yeah. And that was another thing, actually. A lot of people didn't know about the Jagard's second ability is kind of insane. It just like restands. Like against the purple player, he's like, wait, I can't. It just keeps restanding.
Yep, and you can never get all the way through. So no, it's a really good defensive card. Like you said, it's just a really good card. Even if you can't get off the first effect fully.
Exactly. If they have depths out, I mean, they're drawing cards, but they're not going to kill you. That's for sure.
Yep. So true. Okay.
So yeah, that's the creatures. There's 26. That's my ideal. I like to be at 25 to 27 creatures for Axebiter.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. So let's get these. And then for the Nexuses, we have 2 Rocket City, 2 Namen City, and then 4 Depths. So we were basically only doing, I think we didn't have the cities. We just had 3 Rocket City, 4 Depths. But then I was like, what if we just took out Rocket City, put this in, add some Elks in there, and then it's a pretty good, I mean, I think you can be greedy with Nexuses, honestly, in this format.
No, I agree. Like you mentioned how the format's a little bit slow right now, and with it being a little bit slower, you definitely can be a bit greedy.
So honestly, I'm all for just playing, as much Nexuses, don't go too overboard, but like some people are like, like 7's too much. I'm like, no, I think 8 is perfect amount actually.
That's actually really good advice to hear, just kind of from a deck building standpoint, because I feel like even though the game is in the second set, there's lots of things that people are still deciding on, the number of Nexuses like you touched on, the number of spirits that you can play in a deck, so that's actually really, really good advice to think about when I'm building decks. Yeah,
like I would probably stick around 7 or 8. I don't know if I'd go too much more than that, but you could. I mean, you could possibly do 9. Yeah, and there's nothing to say about depths as well. I mean, the card's just good.
Yeah, it's your draw engine, right?
Unfortunately, I didn't draw too often, but it's okay. Maybe I might have to switch these out. Maybe I'll get some new depths.
Yeah, there you go.
maybe I'll actually draw.
No,
I didn't really draw depths very much. Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's why when people were saying, "Oh, this deck you have to draw depths," I'm like trying to think. I mean, during the tournament, I wasn't really drawing it like that often.
And especially,
if they did it, they had Burning Force. So.
Yeah, that's very true. But you have things like the Numengard City, and as well as the New Ages card. People forget that card's a draw one as well on summon. So you do have a few cards in there that can kind of circumvent that if you don't have the depths all the way. But I do, Axebiter as an archetype in general is an archetype that needs draw for sure to go the long game.
Yeah. So it was kind of interesting. So I mean, a lot of my games were definitely battles because. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it just makes it so much easier if you have depths out. But yeah, so that's my next. Semi-vanilla. I just decided to bring, there's like 3 good Nexuses that you can put in the stack, and I decided to play all 3.
I think that's really a good idea. I really like your Nexus lineup for sure.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to do 7, you can just do 3 Rocket City, and the 4 depths, or you can go 3 City, and 4 of those. So you can do a lot of different things. This deck is so. You can basically do whatever you want with this deck.
Totally. I think the number one thing though is you have to keep the 4 Netherworld.
Yeah, the 4
depths. You do want to draw it.
Yeah, definitely don't do 3. Like I was always 4, even at the Pro Tour. I'm like, I'm playing 4.
Yep.
I basically, it was so funny. I was like, do I want a second Enterprise in the deck, or do I want depths? I'm like instantly depths. I'm like, why even say?
Yeah.
It's like, honestly.
No, I totally agree. I think it's really smart.
Yep. Okay, so here's the spells. I guess not too much. You don't have to talk too much about this, but there's the ice shields. Not much to say. It's just a very good card, and it's a defensive deck. You need it. There's some decks that you can probably get away with playing 3 now, but
that's a really interesting idea. Just really quickly? What are some decks you think that could play 3? More aggressive decks that don't want to go the long.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, White Aggro would play 0.
Yeah.
Basically any mid-rangey deck, you could honestly probably Pterosaurs could do it.
That was the number one thing I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just that Pterosaurs are kind of in a bad spot, unfortunately. Due to just Axebiter being so there's so much Axebiter around. It just unfortunately the deck beats everything. but Axebiter.
Yep, no, that's true. If Netherworld gets hit, I feel like Pterosaur just becomes a terror in the meta because like what else can really keep up with
that
it?
would be rough.
Mm-hmm. And then we just going back to set 1 again. But
if Axebiter doesn't get hit, I think you could still do white.
Yeah,
you just do 4 Star Blast. I think you could do that. I really do.
I agree with that too. With how many Wind Summons are running around, and you can draw 4 in one instance. Yeah, I can get you there.
But if Axebiter gets hit, I will. It's gonna be really weird. I feel like if they hit Axebiter, I don't think they should, but if they do to like let's say 1 or 2, that's gonna really make Pterosaurs very strong. I think.
I agree.
That'd be a little too strong. Yeah. So I think they're just gonna hit Debs if they do hit something.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But sorry. Anyway. Okay,
no worries.
There's that. And then this was my like extra like basically end the turn. So I'm doing 4 suppression and then I'm doing a 2 infinity shield.
That's exactly what I want to see.
Yeah. So basically, I think 3 is a little too much. I have like 1 in the side deck, but I think 3 is a little too much. I think 2 is perfect. It's like just enough for the mirror. Because I mean, I think what people don't know is actually the suppression effects are actually really good in the mirror match. Actually.
Yes, they absolutely are. Yeah.
So it's like kind of a little bit unintuitive, a little bit, but it's actually because like what you want to do in the mirror is actually just swing, and then just have defense.
Yep, absolutely. So, that's something people don't talk about too much. People talk about Axebiter like it's this crazy wall deck. I think its biggest advantage that it gets is that you can turn your Axebiter sideways every single turn, along with your other cards, and then you also have a super strong defense that just doesn't go away because of cards like suppression. So,
honestly. Yeah.
Oh, no, you can finish what you're saying, sorry.
Basically, I was just going to say, my fastest matchups are the mirror match.
No, that's so true. You just jam in. Funny. Yeah, if your opponent doesn't see enough suppressions, ice shields, it's kind of the determining factor. My question for you on this slot in the deck is, did you see a lot of people playing unblockable cards, like the yellow unblockable deck, or just teching in things like Joker to try to get around how powerful the suppression and infinity shield combo are?
See, my issue is I'm always going to be playing around those cards. So, like, I think they had it in their hand, but, like, it just could never come to, like, realization because, I mean, they had it, but, like, I just would always play it. Like, I would never get down to a life, like, 1 life or, low enough where they could even do it because, thankfully, to Aegis,
Yeah, that's super true because you're always going to be recovering back up.
Huh. Exactly. Because if I ever went down to 1 life, I had an Aegis in hand. I'd go down to 2, and then I think Joker's kind of weird because Joker you need 2. So like if you swing once, I take 1 life, and then what if I just Aegis and I'm at 2? You need like another Joker.
Yeah,
and that's like really really slow. Like hopefully I should be able to kill you by then, or have a Dream Bomb. So
no, I think that's a big thing.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing with like the deck as well is that the deck does have a lot of answers. A lot of people were saying like early in the format when we were still on, I think it was Gen Con that had some of the Battle Spirits events for early set 2, but people were saying that like, Axebiter's dead because of things like Thorn Prison or Joker, but I think that it's you adapt as the player, and even though you have outs to the card, I think that the deck around the card really supports it. So
yeah,
cool.
Yep. So yeah, that's kind of my reasoning. I didn't want too many suppression effects because you only need 1 against aggro. It's nice to have 2, but I thought there was gonna be a lot of mirror matches. I still wanted to hedge against white aggro just in case people brought it, but not that many people brought it.
Yeah.
Or at least I didn't face any. I just faced like a green like a green like mid range deck.
Yep.
And to be honest, the Dragon Mirror was tremendous in that matchup. So
yeah, very true, very true. No, I heard a lot of good things about the green deck that kind of went far in the tournament, so that's interesting.
Yeah, because basically, I mean, I saw that he had Dream Bomb in Mist, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna bring 2 more Gregamirs in, and then just suppression them up, and then he can't really do anything. So that's why people thought that was a bad matchup for me, but actually it wasn't very bad. Like exhausting my cards doesn't really do much.
Especially if you have 6 of the redirects, right? Because now you're just redirecting.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. And I'm just killing one of your creatures, and then it just slowly
but surely. Yep.
Exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, so there's that. And then I guess we can put these together. So 3 Dream Bomb and then 1 Core Theft. So like my thinking was I didn't want 4 Dream Bomb because I think you're kind of getting a sense of how I like to build my decks. Is like I like to have a lot of different options.
Mm-hmm.
So like having the 1 Core Theft felt like I could do different stuff than what Dream Bomb could do. Like I could go for lethal. I could just discard 1 card, make your elephant do something weird, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so.
How was running just 4 removal cards in general? Do you ever feel like you had to get cards off the board a little bit faster or more efficiently, or did the 4 kind of come through for you? Or at least for these 4, right, that are the bigger removal cards?
Yeah, these are basically my only removal, right, for white, essentially. Yeah.
Oh,
and yeah, this is also good against Rex, too. This is a little bit better against Rex.
True.
Rex than Dream Bomb.
Yep.
But I thought 3 was fine. I don't know. Maybe I would try and like fit this in and then like another Dream Bomb. So I do 4 Dream Bomb, 1 Core Theft or something.
Yeah.
I felt like against purple I was kind of because like in my finals he got like Maduke in his top 8 like games 1 and 3. So it was like really like I feel like I needed like to hurry and get Dream Bomb faster.
Yeah.
Or something, and because like he just like turboed it out, and I was like, I am screwed.
No, Maduke comes down and does work against this deck for sure. It's difficult.
So like honestly, yeah, because actually this split was actually perfect because the mirror match comes down. Like honestly, they'll have Enterprise out kind of early, so Dream Bomb actually gets quite useless actually.
Very true.
But
yeah.
it won me games though. I mean, if they have depths out and I don't, I just like I'm gonna try and aggro them down or something. I'm gonna set this. And then when they swing, I'm just gonna like I play it and then bounce their depths, and I from an actual game I actually literally won because I set it. He swung with his elephant, I bounced his depths and then also bounced his elephant, and then the game was over.
Yeah, Dream Bomb can crack a board like crazy, especially from the burst burst set. So I like that. A lot of people don't play like that, but
Yep. Yeah, so that this card lets me do some out of the box thinking. Plays. I can try and scrape my way back into the game. So yeah, I mean I love this card. But yeah, absolutely. I thought 4 was gonna be too much to be honest, and then 1 Core Theft lets me do some stuff.
Cool.
So yeah,
I like that lineup a lot for sure.
And then just the last is 4 Party Force. Obviously, I would like to play less of this card, probably 3, but there's 4 depths. Unfortunately, it's a little bit limited on what I can do.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think you have to play 4.
Yeah, honestly, Burning Force is just a staple.
Guys listening, guys that are listening, you have to play 4. Don't play 3.
Yep. I tested 3 for a little while, and then it's got to be 4.
You have to. Yeah. I mean, it's not bad in this deck because you have to go wide against this deck. So I mean, Burning Force is not bad. That's why Jagard's kind of like a Burning Force too, because they have to go wide, and then you just drop it on them. And just like that's a really it's just disgusting.
I agree.
Yeah. So I'm playing 52 cards. Mainly because like I was showing you, like you have to play for Burning Force, you have to play all these cards that are like you don't necessarily want to play because of depths. So I couldn't really cut it down to 50.
Yeah.
And you're only losing like a 2%. Maybe that's why I never drew depths. Honestly, that's probably the reason. Right?
No, that's funny. Before we go into the questions about the meta and talking about the tournament, do you want to go over your side deck really quick?
Yes, I have it right here.
Cool.
Okay, so I think I might have been. Shoot, I think I should have looked at the list. I don't know, but I think I was the only one playing that. Maybe some people were, but I don't know if not that many people were playing this in their side deck. I thought that was kind of insane,
especially with Depths and Rocket City running around like crazy. It just that card's really good. Yeah, this card like just saved me so much, and this was kind of disgusting. I destroyed their Depths, and then they had a creature out. So I swung with my
my vulture, and it had a confront.
Yeah.
And then I killed their creature. I was like, wait, I just played an Exhaust Nexus, but I just didn't draw a card.
Yeah, that's actually so true. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, wait, I just played an Exhaust Nexus.
And just cleared it. No, that's actually really sweet.
Yeah, so this card I like. Obviously, there's some bad things with it, right? Against the Mirror, if they have a Rocket City and the Axebiter, they can choose their Rocket City, and it does. Matter of fact, it does not die. So,
Yep.
so that is the awkward part about it.
Nah, for sure. That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I feel like the positives outweigh the negatives for that card, for sure.
Yeah, like you just don't want to. Like in the Mirror, it's like. I guess one tip for you guys: if they play Depths against you and you don't have a Burning Force, don't sit there and wait. Just try and like get them down to like 2 life or something, and then hope you can get like something to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say in every situation, but that's kind of how I've been playing, and it's been working out.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Cool.
Because you just can't sit there and wait.
No, it's true.
Because they're just gonna keep attacking you, and you can't block. So.
Yep.
Or else they just draw cards. So. So yeah. Anyway, that's with that.
Yeah, for sure. And then I know you mentioned this next card a couple times during the deck profile, but.
Oh, the Grey Grimmer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is just like I brought it in against Green Aggro because I saw that they had Dream Bombs. So like the only way he can beat me is if he exhausts every single card, I play Suppression, and then he Dream Bombs.
Yep.
Like that's the only way I can lose. I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
So with this card, this card is my out to Dream Bomb and Mist. Like, against white aggro, like I was saying, against white aggro, you play it, you have Suppression, the game's over.
Yep.
In most cases.
The thing I like with that, mostly against white aggro too, is just the additional, like, you just keep gaining attacks. We get to a point where they're never going to get over him, no matter what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Exactly. It's just a good card.
Yeah.
And then, just 2 Derm.
Mm.
So I basically have like 6 cards that are just really, really good in the Mirror, which is the 2 Elk and then the 4 Derm.
Yep.
So.
Did you ever side in both of the extra Derm?
What do you mean, both of the like 4 Derm or?
Yeah. Did you ever side into 4 Derm? Like
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In the Mirror, yeah, guys. Like in the Mirror, you want everything. You want 4 Derm. You want the 2 Elk. Because the game will boil down to, if everyone has a fully loaded deck per se against the Mirror, is that it's like whoever's lower loses because of Elk.
Yep.
Basically. Yeah. Because even Derm won't save you. So if you're not doing the city version, you might want to side deck 2 Elk.
Oh, that's true.
Because because you'll have 4 of these in, so you probably want to side deck 2 Elk.
Yep. And
because you don't really care about cheating it out anyway, so.
That's true. That's very true, actually.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And then I just have an extra Infinity Shield. I like 7. I think 8 actually wouldn't be that bad if people want to do that. I just was like 7 because I didn't know how much white aggro, because in my testing white aggro it felt like it couldn't even beat me, which was like insane to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like that should not be happening. Because for the Pro Tour, I was like worried about white aggro, and it was crushing purple white.
Yeah.
But now it's just like, I don't know. It's like weird. It just can't come out on top.
Yep. Too many cards that just end their turn, right, and then they just don't have enough
Exactly.
to go for the game.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, not much to say about that. Like I said, I mean, I sprang it in against every aggro deck, and any mid range, anything that can kill you fast. I just don't like to bring. I don't like to have 7 copies against purple.
Okay.
That's about it though.
Yep.
Yeah, just because they have curse and stuff.
Very true. So. Yeah, so you don't get the full value on things like Great Armor and stuff. I see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
cool.
That was the only thing, and then I have a 3rd Rocket City.
Yeah.
I guess just in case there's a yellow that's good against purple. I just like to have 3. It makes me feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yep. I wish I could have 4. I wish I could have 4, to be honest, because if you draw double Rocket City against purple, and then there's like drawing 1 card, discarding 2, the game's just like over.
Yeah, they just can't get back into it at that point for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. So the game's pretty much over at that point. And yeah, just a good card. And then I have an extra core theft.
Okay.
This could have been Dream Bomb. I thought there was going to be a little bit more red.
Yeah.
Honestly, I guess there was some red. They just weren't doing too high. I guess
you just missed them. Yeah, for sure. I heard there was a Star Dragon deck that made it to like top something.
Yeah.
Huh.
I know, because like the top 8, there was no. That's how bad the meta is for Pterosaur. There was none in the top 8.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, this must be like
that's the first time. Yeah, it's the first time. It's the first time.
Wild.
I mean,
wild.
Yep. Which is like, wow, that's how you know, like, we'll talk about it later, but
yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, but like that's kind of insane.
It
to
is.
me.
It is.
So yeah. Anyway, like I said, for people at home, this could be a Dream Bomb, Core Theft, any other card. I just had 2. It's good against like purple, good against red. It's good. Oh, it's even good in the mirror. I bring it in against mirror.
Yeah, that's true.
Why not?
Yeah, like things like Moonski, right? Are some of the targets you want to play with theft.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad. I think I would say, though, I probably actually made a little bit of a mistake. I probably should have 4 Dream Bomb and then 1 to 2 Core Theft.
Okay.
Now that I look back at that might have been actually a misplay in my deck building. Because I guess like this card's a little bit better against red, but my red matchup was actually way better than I thought it was. Like I thought like I was favored, but
Infinity Shield is like so much.
Yeah. I mean, we did testing. It felt good, but I guess I was just oh man, what if they have the nuts? They have this, whatever. Yada. But I guess it's not really the case because I didn't have Curse Dragon or Bishop anymore. So like if they make a really wide board with multiple Rexes, like it's kind of tough, but. And sort of Saurus, it's kind of tough, but I guess it just didn't really, come to life.
Yeah, no, I get that.
So,
I want to see what this last side deck card is. I'm super wondering.
So this is what my teammate Kai, he got top 4. Core Drain.
Oh,
so,
yes.
Yeah, it's not like too crazy, but we had like 1 left. We had 1 last side, and I think the biggest like chink in the armor, whatever you want to call it, the weakness of this deck is Worker Ant-Man can swing against this deck 2 to 3 times. So like I actually really like this card. We decided it's it's good against red, it's good against the aggro or whatever, not white, but it's like good against purple, mainly because I can get rid of their Worker Ant-Man, I can get rid of any high target, and then I can also buff their creature.
Yep.
So if I could change something, I'd probably play 2 of these, if I'm being honest.
I would really like that too. I think Core Drain's crazy. I really like it into even like the purple matchup when they have him with Duke with 3 cores on it that swung the last turn, right? It's a really nice to respond with the Core Drain. So
I would say definitely side deck 2 of these. That's why I would definitely change as well. I would have to change up some stuff. But yeah, that's kind of
I like that.
Basically, like these were definitely like probably like my most used cards were just like right here.
Yep, all 9 of those. Okay.
Yeah.
No, for sure. Going through, getting to the end of the deck profile, we talked about lots of things that you would like kind of change, swap, and things like that. But I think it all kind of revolves around where we're at in the general meta and what you're forced to play into. We talked a lot about not having to worry as much about like the red matchup because Pterosaur can't play as aggressively right now into Wurple Axebiter. My big question is for you is just kind of like, what are your opinions on all the topics going around right now? It's really big on the Netherworld Depths ban, and it's really big on the Axebiter ban. So I want to know your opinions on both of those. Since you piloted like the deck, right? And you you won the Pro Tour and stuff. So I think your opinion's very valid.
Yeah. So Depths as like a card design is just so bad because basically, if you play it and they don't have an answer to it, the game's just like over. Like basically your opponent can't play, right? So I think that's just like kind of honestly like really toxic for the game. I would say, unless they like would have printed a card like basically it costs 3 mana, like very very key to cost 3 mana, like to kill it and you can kill a Nexus or if you could like draw a card or something as well.
For sure.
Or something. Basically, you punish them for paying 6 mana.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think everything would have been fine. I think.
Yeah.
It didn't. It could have been red. 3 mana for red. Who cares? It could have actually been. Oh no, what's that red card? That costs 4.
Feral Slash.
Yeah, if Feral Slash just said kill in Nexus, I think we would have been fine. I think we would have been fine. But alas, we're not. So, I think what they need. Yeah, I think the card definitely needs to get banned. Because I just don't think you can wait till set 3. Because that's not for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know when set 3. That might be October, maybe.
That's a good question. I don't think they're still doing the lore set reveals right now, so it'll be post lore set probably pretty quickly right after that, kind of like how they had the EX set.
Yeah, so that's like kind of too long, and I think the whole community wants it gone. Mm-hmm. If they would have had something in the lore set to beat it, that would have been nice, but they didn't. So there's actually nothing in the lore set that actually improves anything against ups.
Yeah,
not that I'm aware of. I think.
I know that they revealed a card today, but I don't think it has interaction with.
Funny enough, I think there's one card. I think there's one card that helps the dubs.
Really?
Yeah, you can get it from your graveyard.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I mean, it costs a lot, but maybe like a ramp deck could use it. That'd be funny.
No, very very true. And then moving on from depths. So if you think that depths would be banned, what are your thoughts on Axebiter?
I think if I was like a developer or not developer, like person like playing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I would basically tell them. I think it should just be on the watch list. Get rid of the depths first, because I'm not sure if I don't know if there's too many people that actually play this deck before the 0 drops and all that, but people were playing it with like red, so they were doing red white.
Yep.
And as a pterosaur, I was playing pterosaurs and I was beating them.
Yeah.
Because all I had to do was just swing, suppression. Okay, pass, swing. I it just eventually they ran out of cards.
Yeah. Totally.
So it's mainly the depths,
mm-hmm.
and the 0 drops that just made it where it is right now.
No, it's very very true. I was one of the few people playing Wurple Axebiter. That's what we played in Ohio.
Yep.
And that's totally true. If I didn't have depths in that meta specifically, at that point I wasn't playing the red cards at all. Really, it was just things like Morgan, Beldegor, and stuff like that. So trying to keep you off of being able to swing at me so much. But even then, Pterosaur was able to edge it out. So I think that Netherworld Depths is definitely like the number one card in that conversation. But I think did
you play depths in your deck?
I did play depths.
Ohio?
Yeah,
you did. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I think at the time I was on 3 of it, so we definitely didn't see it in the Pterosaur matchup. Because that one, I remember it came down to me running out of cards in hand, like exactly what you're saying. Though you swung out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly how it played out. So no, I think that depths being able to refuel your hand is a huge part of it. But I don't think that Axebiter is as much of a problem, right? Because we just have so many cards that can get around Axebiter, right?
I will say probably down the line, just depends on the answers. I think just put on the watch list.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and then you can have it go down to 1 or 2, probably 1. Because I think I kind of like it. Like the card's not like 2 feels bad if it's a 1-up. Like you can't build a deck around it, basically.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, but as a 4-up, you can build a deck around it.
Mm-hmm.
But I like this deck. I guess it is an Axebiter deck, but it seems like more of just like a control deck. That just utilizes the card.
For sure. Kind of like a white good stuff deck, right? Like if you didn't have the Axebiter, you would just find something else to kind of play in the slot, for sure.
Yeah.
No,
I just said the suppressions the suppressions wouldn't be as good.
Yep, exactly. You're forced into things like Moonski and stuff like that if you don't have Axebiter, but there are cards that still exist that just can't be killed by battle, so you do have, a goal to reach still. So, no, I think that's super interesting. My last question for you kind of is just regarding the meta of what you played and everything. I guess it's more of a 2-part question. What were your thoughts on the meta as far as like the diversity, and then did you enjoy playing in the meta that you had to play for Tulsa?
Yeah. So basically, I faced red, green aggro, purple, and then Axebiter mirror.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 decks.
Yep.
Which I guess is fine, but it was mostly 7 rounds, 1, 2, so 5.
Mm-hmm.
I think I faced 3. I think I might have faced 3 purple. Yeah, I faced 3 purple, 2 Axebiter. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think purple has a lot of game against Axebiter, if I'm being honest.
It's
so.
crazy.
Yeah,
Purple's
I mean, it has a lot of game.
Yeah.
Yeah. People keep saying, oh, like purple still loses, but like those games are really close.
I completely agree.
Yeah, like I think both those games went to game 3. They were so grindy, went to time, and then the first one I got lucky. It was just the more cards. I just sideboarded more cards in.
Yep.
And then the other one was super unlucky for him. The guy that won, Zach, huge congrats to him. He was a great player. He's a great guy. And then I felt so bad for him. He was attacking, and then the judge calls like, okay, time is over in OT. He had lethal on board.
Oh.
I
did not know that.
No, so that's why that's why these matches are crazy. I think game 3 against the purple guy, I think I could win. It's just it's actually really awkward when there's like 10 minutes, or not time, there's like 5 minutes in the round, and you're Axebiter. It's like you don't want to get down to 2.
Yeah.
Like that's how you want to play the game, is get down to 2, right?
Yeah.
So it felt like I had to do this weird stuff. Like it was really weird. I had to play like a whole different game. Like I'm at 2 right now at 5 life.
Yeah, no, that's actually very, very true. Yeah. I was watching I was watching the live stream, and it was such an entertaining match between you guys. You guys played out so perfectly. And I think you're right that purple has lots of legs into the Axebiter deck. Definitely so, especially with Maduke. Maduke is a huge player in the game for sure. Maduke and Camelot Knight at least.
Yep. And then the mirror match, I think I have a lot of stuff that people aren't utilizing. So I actually love the mirror match. I know some people like say, I mean, I don't love it. I mean, it sometimes like one person high rolls, but like I think there's some things I have a couple edges on that help me in the mirror match. So the mirror match wasn't too hard per se, so it was fine. So yeah, it was fine. So I don't really mind. I don't really mind too hard that matchup. But basically, yeah, that purple matchup did feel like I need to get back to the drawing board and make sure that shore up that matchup more. So.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then and then the Pterosaur, it did Pterosaur things, but it just that just white comes out on top, I guess.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of what it seems like. Pterosaur can get like so far, but a really grindy control deck just whittles them out of resources at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's just like so nice that I can just go to 1 life game 1 against Pterosaur. It just makes everything so much easier.
Absolutely.
I just don't have to bend over backwards, like trying to like stay at 2 life. Mm-hmm. Like games 2 and 3 are really kind of when the game actually begins, if they have Derm. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people don't take out your Derms. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, no, for sure. Derm
or Jokers or whatever you're playing.
Yeah.
Don't take those out, because if you take those out, like you have a 0% chance.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah. I'm Black is so impactful right now. So. Yeah. No, well, I mean that wraps up everything for the deck profile. My last real thing for you is just if you have any shoutouts or anything that you want to give before we get going.
Just my playtest partner Kai. I have another friend. He's taking a break, but he'll be back for the Worlds. Matt Clark, he's a good friend of mine. Mm-hmm. Of course, Opa's Gaming. You gotta shout out the channel.
Thank you.
But yeah, and honestly, just to shout out the whole community. Everett is actually so wonderful. Because I come from Yu-Gi-Oh, and
just a
not
different
really
community.
I don't know if there's a nice way to put it, so I just won't say anything.
For sure.
Yeah. So
no, I get that.
it's almost like a culture shock. Honestly, it's like, whoa, like people are like this in card games. I did not know this.
People can be cool. No, it's wild.
Yeah, it's like wow. So honestly, everyone's wonderful. Yeah, and honestly, shout out Zach. I mean, oh my gosh, that guy winning that event. So I'm so proud of him.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, it was against me, so.
Second's not too shabby, though. Second's not too shabby, my friend.
So close to getting that second win.
Yeah, so you'll get it, though. No worries. You'll get it. You got Worlds and everything to look forward to. But
yeah.
No, man. Huge congratulations to you from everybody on the Opus Gaming team, man. That's like, you've been just on fire, just killing it. So I can't wait to see you continue to play in these tournaments. I can't wait to see what you keep on building and bringing, because you definitely got the techs. Your decks are definitely spicy.
Yeah, it's like seriously, like I can't say this enough. Like thanks to Kai, like he pushed me, because right when I saw Jagard, I'm like, I want to play this card, I just don't know. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, we should play Jagard. I'm like, see, people are saying this. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you got
I said myself. So it was really nice. I was like, yes, okay, let's do this. Let's figure out a way to play this card. Because I actually really love that card. It was so good.
No, it's amazing. It's currently in my side. I'm trying to find a way to make it into my main. So, no, we'll see how we get there. But no, I mean, you have to have those friends who push you to play like interesting cards and push the meta. Because if not, we're gonna be stuck in this Netherworld Depths Axebiter meta for a long time if people can't figure some new stuff out. So,
yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out new stuff for next week for Pittsburgh, or I guess technically Monroeville. You said, are you going? I think I asked you. I don't think you are going.
I'm not going, unfortunately. I did really want to, but I actually don't even have my full set 2 cards, so I'm still waiting for the rest of my Star Dragon deck to get here. But that's what I would want to play, Star Dragons right now. So
honestly, it's more viable than last set. I think it's pretty viable. Honestly,
I got something spicy cooking. I'll tell you after the call. But yeah, no, I got something pretty spicy. I can't wait to play. So.
Oh my gosh, yes. Give me all the spice.
No, absolutely. But all right, you guys. This is me, Monster, and accompanied by Caleb, and we're gonna be out. Take care, you guys.
Peace.